Hey, rich friends, it's your girl Cha Cha reporting live from the Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created my channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So if that sounds like you, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I have so many videos on so many different topics, but they're all short and sweet and geared towards beginners. So hopefully you can find something that you like that can help you. If not, you can always leave me a comment down below and I'll add your video recommendation to the queue. In today's quick video, we're going to be doing a trade breakdown. This is where I do a deep dive into a trade that I took for the week. I'll let you guys know what confirmations I was looking for, what my thought process was, and ultimately how the trade turned out, no matter if it was a winner or a loser or something that broke even. Now, this trade was posted on February 24th, 2025, around 8:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was for NZDUSD. It was analyzed on the 1 hour time frame, and it was for a sell at market execution or a sell stop, which is a type of pending order that would trigger if the market were to fall, reach a certain price, and then continue to fall. Now, I did add a stop loss and a few different areas that they could target for profit. However, whenever you're taking a trade idea from someone else, always make sure that you adjust your take profit and your stop loss to your actual entry. It doesn't hurt to glance at the chart just to double check what someone's saying because you don't want to jump in, be wrong, and not know why you're wrong. Also, always check the news and use proper risk management. You don't want to blow your account. And if you are new to trading, you can always use a demo account, which I highly recommend. So we're going to head over to TradingView. This is the site where I do all of my charting. And if you guys have been here for a while, you know that I like to keep my charts nice and simple. And they've actually gotten even simpler than before. I am focusing more on just simple price action versus what too many indicators are telling me. Because I teach for beginners, I don't want to confuse you guys or to feel like you have to rely so heavily on indicators when you can just focus on what the market is doing. Now, I did keep my handy dandy stochastic. I have a lot of videos on this indicator. I love it. But I did go back and add my session breaks to the chart, and they've been extremely helpful for me in improving my analysis. So to turn on your session breaks, you can go to your settings, click on your events tab, and make sure session breaks are highlighted. Now, when they're there, you will see these dotted lines on your chart. And for me, it helps me to identify the previous day's highs and previous day's lows on smaller time frames, which gives me a closer look at to what the market is doing. So what happens when the market reaches a previous day's high or low can be one of four things. And we're going to look at what happened here. So I marked the previous day's high. I marked the previous day's low, and we can see the market started to close below the previous day's low. Now, when that happens, that starts to create a bias in my mind for a sell. Versus if the market were to, let's take this section for example, we can see that this is the previous day's high, this is the previous day's low. The market at first rejected it, and if it rejects it, you'll start to look for a sell. And if it breaks above, you want to look for buy opportunities, and we can see the market pushed up. So again, four things can happen. It can get to the previous day's high and reject it. That would be a sell opportunity. Or it can break above it and you would want to look for buys because at that point, the market is creating new highs, which is a sign of a bullish market. Now, if the market gets to the previous day's low, right, let's look at this day. It can either be supported by the previous day's low and push up, or it can break below the previous day's low and push down. So even without any indicators, you can scroll on your chart and you can kind of see how these session breaks come to play and how the market actually tends to react around this area and what's happening. Here's a great buy example. You see that this was the previous day's high. You see that this was the previous day's high. You see that this was the previous day's low. We see that we had a break above the high in the next day, and then the market continued to push up. So that's something that I've started to look for just a little bit more, just to refine my strategy and to make it easier for me to determine if I'm going to be buying or selling. Now, the next thing that I looked at was my stochastic. And for me, I use the stochastic pretty simply. There's a few things I'm looking for. So the first thing would be, which way is the stochastic facing? Simply put, if you see the stochastic is facing down, this can be an opportunity to sell. So let's look here, for example. We see the stochastic facing down, and we also see that orange line or slow line on top. And here we also get some selling in the market versus when the stochastic is facing up and that blue line is on top, we get some buying motion. So I had some indications for a sell. My stochastic was facing down. Both of these lines were below 20. But the reason why I set a sell stop was because I wasn't quite sure if this was a fake out or a breakout. So was the market actually going to continue to sell or was it just pretending? Now, as far as my potential TPs, if we did get that sell, I just used previous lows, right? And I have several different videos on this, how I set my TPs, how I set multiple TPs, how I set my stop loss. And it's all just about using previous key levels. So since I am ready to enter my trade for a sell, we're going to go ahead and see what happens. Now I'm going to add another line where I had my sell stop so that you can understand the concept while watching the video. Again, a sell stop is a type of pending order that triggers as the market falls, and then your TPs will still be below and your stop loss will still be above. So I'm going to go ahead and set my stop loss at 05740 because that's the number that I gave my students. And I'm going to go ahead and set my TP at these levels, right? And you can increase your risk to as much as you want. I am using a very modest lot size to make it realistic for people who are just starting to trade. So we have our stop loss. We can potentially lose $18. And we have our take profit. We can make 32. So that's about a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, almost, right? We can even drop this down to make it even, to make it a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. And let's go ahead and see what happens. So initially the market did start to sell, but we saw it starting to push back up. And as this happened, it got very close to my stop loss, but my stop loss was not hit. Now we can see that my sell stop was actually triggered finally, and that first TP on the chart was hit. Now I want you guys to notice that the market is continuing to revisit these levels because it's all about patterns. You won't win all of your trades, but if you follow a system, you know what you're looking for, you have a strong confirmation checklist, and you're using risk management, you will be fine. It's all about being able to identify those key levels and having the patience for your trade to play out. So as we can see, this actually was a successful trade. Anyone who took this trade from the chat was also profitable, and I really love that for them. The reason why I love to provide trade ideas in my personal mentorship program is because people should be able to earn money while they're still learning to trade on their own. So if you made it this far in the video, I do want to thank you for spending some time with me today. If it was helpful, you can go ahead and leave a 7 down below in the comments. You can let me know if you have any questions. And also, please make sure you subscribe because I have a lot of viewers, but not as many subscribers. So I really want you guys to continue to support the channel by hitting subscribe. If you find yourself here more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, hitting subscribe will push the content out into the algorithm so that more people can find it. So not only are you helping yourself, but you're also helping me and you're helping the channel and you're helping other traders as well. But that's really all I have for you guys today. Until next time, rich friends.